Hey there, lady. You look like a hot dog.
I know I like being hot dog, but I'm covered in relish and I got this mustard all over me. And then I don't know, some guy poo came up to me one day and put some ketchup on me, and then I'm covered in his buns. But I like my hat.
You look like a hot dog.
Captain Blaise, I could have been at home eating hot dogs, but I'm here waiting for you to show up again. Captain Blaise.
Here I am! I knew you were waiting for me, but, you know,
You must have been stuck in traffic again.
I like to make an entrance. That's what I like to do.
That is a grand entrance.
I do what I can for you, Zeep. You are my friend.
You are my best friend.
My dearest and oldest friend, Zeep, captain of Space Station Zero. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I haven't seen you for a while. It's been like, yesterday? Maybe?
At least one day.
It's been at least one whole day since I've seen my best friend, Zeep. It's hard, it's hard to get through life not seeing you. Every waking moment of every day sometimes.
Oh, that is very nice of you to say. Thank you.
But you're a nice guy. You're a nice looking guy too. You're a handsome gentleman, Zeep.
Thank you.
I always thought if I had high knee socks, I'd become a translucent squid at night.
I have a plan though. It's song time. I'm gonna sing you a song. Oh, what should I sing about today? What should I sing about today? You know what I was doing last night?
What were you doing?
I was making something.
What did you make?
I'll show you later, but I found some paper and I decided just to make something up because I thought it'd be fun.
Nice.
It's what we in the business we call crafts.
Ah, crafts. I know what they are.
I was making crafts.
That's arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts, my friend. Arts and crafts. Arts and crafts. I found a box in my basement, and it was full of string. So I took the box from my basement and I made something. I made something.
What did you make?
Well, I took that box, then I turned it upside down. Then I painted a big face on it, and it looked like a clown. Then I took out this string, then I put it on there. My grandma gave me some glue, and I made some hair. It was a box-shaped clown with string for hair. It was a box-shaped clown with string for hair. And I like to call it crafts. Yeah.
That may have been your best song yet.
Thank you. Really? You think?
It was good.
I try. I think about them. Like all night long. I wake up, like almost in a cold sweat, thinking about what can I do to entertain my friend Zeep and all my friends out there in TV land. And then I think, why don't I talk about box-shaped clowns with string for hair?
That is a good topic.
I wonder what Elaine will talk about. Now that I hear the Elaine buzzer. Captain Elaine, let's find out right now.
Around the world, different people have many different ways of dealing with the state when a person stops moving, stops breathing, has no heartbeat, and no brain cells. Some people call this death. Other people, such as the Tanah Toraja in Indonesia, they don't call this death. They think it's a type of disease where the person is still living, they're still in the realm of the living, but they have a disease which means they can't move, and all they can do is communicate by smelling, which some of them can be very communicative. Other people, such as the ancient Egyptians, dealt with death in a very different way. They would mummify people and put them in tombs called pyramids. If you've ever seen a pyramid, that's what it is. It's a giant tomb. Now, you may have heard stories about the curse of the mummy, which is a curse that is said to be put on anybody who enters and disturbs the tomb of a dead pharaoh. My own encounter with mummies is, of course, that you should always be respectful to people, even when they're dead. Now, dead people aren't anything to be afraid of. They're just like living people. They're exactly the same. There's nice ones, there's horrible ones, there's idiots, there's clever people, there's funny people. The only difference is they're dead. But mummies, I was helping a friend. I was investigating in a museum, and we'd been there for a long time. It was getting late at night, and all the lights were off in the museum except in our little room where we were studying. Some ancient tablets of hieroglyphics from Egypt, and there was a strange sound on the stairs, kind of scratching, creaking, scratching up the stairs. And when we looked, all we could see was a mummified hand crawling up the stairs. My friend was terrified, so terrified that they jumped out the window. Luckily, we were only on the first floor, and they landed in some bushes and ran away. Me, on the other hand, was far too curious to run away. Far, far, far too curious to be scared. And I stood as the hand came closer. It beckoned to me like this, as if it wanted me to follow. And I did, and it scuttled back down the stairs to the mummy, the rest of the mummy, that was still trapped inside a glass case. Now the hand had been able to sneak out through a little hole in the gap at the bottom of the case and come and get me. Now, the mummy explained to me in very, very dusty, old, dry voice that it wasn't happy in a glass case in a museum, being stared at by people. It was dead. It wanted to go back to its tomb, lie in its tomb, fall asleep. This is what it wanted to do. That's reasonable. And it begged me to take it back to Egypt and let it rest. I think this was the sensible thing to do. Really, I think this is the sensible thing to do with all dead people. Leave them alone. Yes? I see you.
Captain Elaine, hey? Captain Elaine.
She never ceases to amaze me with her wisdom.
She's wise, like a 8,000-year-old man who lives in the mountains of Jupiter. You know?
That is a lot of knowledge, my friend.
Yeah, she's wise like that. Wise like... Yeah, just like that, an 8,000-year-old man. Alright.
Good morning, Captain Blaise.
I was just thinking, is it mail time?
Well, it is, because I have your mail.
Oh, thank you very much.
Good morning, Captain Zeep.
Hello, Captain Marisa.
Does it take a long time to, collect my mail? Where do you get it from?
Well, most of it comes from Earth, so it comes in through the little slot in my door that goes to outside. It's the airlock capsule, and then I just bring it in and give it to you.
You're awesome. Thank you. Captain Marisa's awesome.
She is awesome.
You're an awesome person.
Why, thank you, Captain Blaise.
Well, you're welcome. Okay, I'm going to read my mail now. I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye, Captain Marisa.
Bye, Captain Marisa. Mail time, my friend.
I like mail time.
Me too. I like hearing what the people have to say.
I like people.
I went to the doctor's office today. He gave me a potion that cures rocks in my boots.
Okay, dear Captain Blaise. That's how a lot of mail starts out that way.
That's you.
I am Captain Blaise. So this is addressed directly to me. Dear Captain Blaise, my name is Thomas, and I am a 6-year-old boy. 6 is a good age. I remember.
Hello, Thomas.
You remember being 6?
Vaguely.
Yeah, me too. It was a while ago.
Long time.
We're old men. Okay. Well, you're not a man. You're a Zeep. My name's Thomas. I am a 6-year-old boy. I live in my mom's basement. Oh, that's interesting. The other day, I was doing the laundry, and in my dad's pocket, I found a box of jelly beans, so I ate them up. What should I do now? That's an interesting question to ask me.
That is an odd question.
What would you do if you just ate a box of jelly beans you found in your dad's pocket?
Thomas, are you sure they were jelly beans?
I hope they were. They could have been some sort of other sweet, maybe. I don't know. I would do a victory dance. That's what I would do if I was Thomas. And it would go something like this. Do it with me. Do it with me, Zeep. Come on. Victory time. Jelly beans!
Hi everyone, this is Professor Vahini from Science Station Zero. Today, boys and girls, we are going to learn about how our eyes see and how we see pictures of the world. When we look at the world, we see one picture of what's going on out there. But really, we have 2 eyes and 2 separate pictures that are blended into one picture in our head. Now, I know that sounds kind of crazy, but that's how it works. And we can do a little experiment to show us that really our eyes have 2 different pictures that blend into one in our head. So, this is how to do the experiment. First, get an empty paper towel roll from the middle of your paper towels, and the next thing that you need is your hand. So first you take the cardboard roll with one hand and look through it with your right eye. Take your left hand and place it up against the cardboard roll and look at it with your left eye. If you are doing this correctly, you will see a hole through your hand because with your right eye you are looking through the cardboard tube and with your left hand you are looking at your eye. Each eye is looking at a different picture and in your head they combine, so it's just one. Well, that was the experiment for today. See you guys later at Space Station Zero. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yes, that is the dance you should do. P.S. Postscript. Is there any trees on Mars? I'm the man to ask. And I'll tell you something right now, there isn't a lot of trees on Mars. But you know what we could do? We could make trees. Do you know how to make trees?
No, I don't.
I'll show you a quick and easy way how a man can make some trees. I got the paper here.
You're going to make a craft.
Yeah, Zeep's a genius. Yes, I'm going to make a craft. I got the paper here. It's a real estate guide to Neptune. But that doesn't really matter. We're not going to use it as a paper. We're going to make a tree out of it. Take your paper, roll it up. Roll up your paper. Roll it up. Like
Roll it up.
Rolling up the paper. So it's like that. That guy said he fixed that leak. He doesn't think...
I don't think the plumber did a very good job when he was here.
I'm going to cancel that check. That's what I'm going to do. But maybe we can get him to fix it later. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, I am making a tree that I can bring with me back home when I go back to Mars. So I roll up the paper, I put a little piece of tape just to keep it, just to hold it in place. So, you know, you could use this for a lot of things. You could hit people with it, gently.
You don't want to hit people, though.
Captain Blaise goes out of his mind sometimes. You're right, I should not hit people with rolled up paper.
It is not nice. It is not friendly.
You could use it as a horn.
That's very good.
Alright, so we got the rolled up paper, and then what I take my scissors. Be careful with your scissors. Maybe you should have your grandma or your uncle help you with this. But you got your scissors, and you just sort of cut along the sides here. I don't know if you can see that, what I'm doing.
Don't cut yourself.
I won't. I'll be very careful. I've been using scissors a long time.
I remember what happened last time we used scissors.
We promised not to talk about that. Okay, so I'm cutting around the top here. I got, I'm cutting too much. But now look at that. I got, then we sort of just fan it out. And what do I got there? I got a palm tree.
That is a super Mars palm tree, if I do say so myself.
I think so too, and it's a fun and easy thing you can do if you want to bring trees to Mars, if you live on Mars, or wherever.
You can get shade from this thing.
Yeah, you can just lay under it for hours and hours.
But I am also sure that I can't wait for all that wonderful candy. Wow, I don't see any candy at all, Raoul. I thought this place was supposed to be the planet of candy.
Well, Nancy, maybe we landed in the wrong spot.
Have you ever been here before, Raoul?
No, but my cousin said that when he came here, there was nothing but candy as far as the eye could see. Also, remember we ran into Hector? He was bringing candy here, so it must be the planet of candy.
I guess so, but it just looks more like the planet of dirt. And my tummy is rumbling for something sweet.
So Nancy and Raoul walked and walked and walked and walked, and then they walked some more. But still, there was nothing but the lonely desert, until, that is, they came upon a hole in the ground.
Wow! Look at this hole! It's huge!
I love seeing the adventures of Nancy Koala.
Very adventurous.
She's a great chick. She really is.
Truly.
An amazing lady.
Captain Blaise, do you know what time it is?
Actually, no, I don't know what time it is. What time is it?
Would you care to wager a guess?
Is it time to clean behind the fridge?
It may be time to clean behind the fridge, but that is not what I had in mind.
Well, what time is it, Zeep?
It is time for Picture of the Day. 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 Picture of the Day.
So, picture of the day, eh? That was milk.
I stole your thunder.
You did. You totally stole. So we saw milk.
I drink milk occasionally.
You know what? Milk is good for you.
It is good for your bone structure.
It is. Milk is in. You know what? I was talking to Captain Amanda on the phone the other day from Space Station Yellow.
Yes, with the rabbits.
She was telling me that they use rabbit milk to cure illnesses and stuff. Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting. I never knew that.
What I think we should do is see if Marisa would like to make some more crafts for us today.
She is very excellent at making crafts.
She is very excellent at making crafts. I personally think she's the best craft maker on the space station.
I agree.
I would agree as well.
Hey everyone! Okay, so for today for craft time, I'm going to use a milk carton and show you how to make a bird feeder. Now we don't have many birds on the space station, but I know you have quite a few on Earth. So, this is my milk carton. We only have space milk out here, so you can use whatever kind of milk you have at home. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut some holes just all along here. So, how should we do this? Okay. What we're going to do, I'm just going to cut cut along here. And then we're gonna cut 2 holes on the side of it. So you're gonna do, whoops, one right here. And remember what Captain Blaise said about the scissors? So just be really careful and try and see if you can get your grandma or your uncle to help you out. If you can't find your grandma or your uncle, you don't have an uncle, you can always find your older sister or someone like that. Just make sure they know what they're doing with the scissors too. Alright. Now, so we're just gonna leave the little windows out, because this is the part where the birds are gonna get the food from. Now, I always like blue jays. I've only seen pictures, of course, but I think you guys are very lucky on Earth to have blue jays. And I know there's lots of other really colorful birds too, like tropical birds, like parrots and things like that. Oh, great. Oh, great. So, now we have a couple windows there. And just so that these ones don't come out and the birds don't hit each other, we're going to take those back together. We just had to cut them because that's the best way to make holes in windows for them. Alright. Take the other one. There we go. Now, what you can do is you can fill this part up where you normally pour your milk out. You're going to fill that part up with birdseed, and then it'll come in this part, and then you can close it up, and then you can either sit it on a shelf somewhere, like so, or you can hang it from a string like this, like my telephone is on, and then the birds will just come and nibble away, and there you have a milk carton bird feeder.
Know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
What do I mean?
Fantastical.
Indeed. You are so correct. Why do you sing me a song about making stuff? You know, it's craft day. It's a day full of crafts.
I will sing you a song about my favorite craft and how I make it.
Excellent plan. I did the same thing earlier. It's nice to have 2 viewpoints on every subject matter. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
We're like on the wavelength.
We are. We're like using one brain.
One brain between the 2 of us.
First I like to boil the water, then I put some hot dogs in the pot. Then I wait about 10 minutes, then I get out the batter. Mustard, ketchup, relish, sour cream, and onions.
That's not a craft, is it?
I'm making hot dogs. Put them on the bun. Put the hot dog in and eat it.
Oh, Zeep, come on.
Sometimes I like to make different flavors of hot dogs. Sometimes I forget to put in the ketchup. But I like my hot dogs any way I get them. That is why my favorite craft is making hot dogs. I can't help it, I like to eat many hot dogs. It's my favorite thing to make.
You're a hot dog maestro.
I can't help it. I am addicted to hot dogs.
I'm addicted to story time. I love it. I love it more than anything.
More than hot dogs?
Marisa? Captain Marisa, could you please read us a story? I would really like it. Thank you. It's time.
Hello everyone, and welcome to story time. Alright, so turn on the light so we don't hurt our eyes. And now, today we're going to read about a dog and a cat. Alright, so a dog and a cat went out together to see some friends just out of town. Said the cat to the dog, "What do you think of the weather?" "I think, ma'am, the rain will come down." "Uh-oh, they might get wet." "Right. But don't be alarmed, for I've an umbrella that will shelter us both," said this amiable fellow. Aw, it was all right, because and the dog had an umbrella. And cats don't like to be wet. So, that's it for today, and I'll see you next time.
So last night, I was telling Zeep earlier that I was making something out of paper. It's a skeleton. I made a paper out of skeleton. Or I made a skeleton out of paper. And I see you've made something too, Marisa.
I made a snake. So it's sort of an arm decoration, I guess. But,
wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a, you know those cardboard tube things?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, I had an empty roll when I made your birthday present, and I wrapped, and I used all the paper. So I just used the roll, and yeah, it's a slinky kind of snake.
Wow, that was really great. And when you say birthday present, she got me about 75 different birthday presents this year. We love Captain Marisa. Where is Captain Zeep?
I don't know, where is Captain Zeep?
Captain Zeep!
Ah!
Oh my goodness!
No, wait, it is me, Captain Zeep.
Oh.
This is my craft. I am wearing it on my face.
Oh, Captain Zeep.
Captain Zeep, you made a mask?
I made the mask out of a paper plate.
You are a genius, Captain Zeep.
That's a scary looking mask.
It is.
I fooled you both. You did not know it was me.
No, you are a master of disguise and crafts.
I tried my best.
Oh, Captain Zeep, after that fright, I don't know. But I've got to fly myself back home now, guys. I'm sorry.
Drive carefully.
I will try. I'll try to avoid anything that looks like Captain Zeep's scary mask. See everybody next time on
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
I sometimes think to myself, why don't I just go down to the basement and make myself some cakes?